All your secrets, your stories, you can keep it all to yourself. Don't it feel like the real thing falling before we fade to the ground? The autumn leaves breaking against our skin. Babe, it's cold outside, won't you come on in? On your mind, on your mind. I swear I wanna be all the time. Let me keep you wondering. I wanna be a stranger. Wanna be a stranger. Wanna be a stranger. Wanna be a stranger again. Let me keep you wondering. Thank you so much. We're going to play y'all a song that's going to be on our new record. That was the title track of the last one we put out, Stranger Again. And this one's going to be on our new record, and it's the title track of that new one, 2025 Someday to Be Determined. But yeah, this one's called Believer. And, you know, we're just living in some really heavy, pretty dark days. And I think I just keep looking for little like glimmers of hope and trying to hold on to them throughout all of it. And believe me, they're there. And we see them a lot when we get out on the road and come to places like this. So yeah, we do believe in hope and good things to come, but sometimes it doesn't always feel as easy to notice those things. So this one's called Believer. Contrails cutting up the sky, for 1,000 miles wide. A tiny man in a silver can went to the stars and back again. 'Cause he can. feel something, something. You might be high long enough to know you won't stay gone, won't stay gone. You might be young and gone enough, but you won't stay long, won't stay long. Long enough to make a believer. All grown up like a kid. No one told you how to win. In every room, the TV humming. In every heart, the numbing, numbing out. You might be high long enough to know you won't stay gone, won't stay gone. You might be young and gone enough, but you won't stay long, won't stay long. Long enough to make a believer.
Thanks, y'all. This is Steph Stewart right here.
Thanks so much. Any of y'all from a small town? I'm from a very small town, yeah. So I grew up in Catawba, North Carolina. We're both from North Carolina. Well, that's where we both live. We live in Chapel Hill. And I grew up in a little town kind of in western North Carolina, just before you get to the mountains, called Catawba. We've got one stoplight, which we don't really need, and about 5 churches. And now that I don't live there anymore, we've gotten a few new things in town. We got a CBD store where the police station used to be, and we got a couple of bars and a restaurant. And you know, it's funny, I think, when you go home, especially if you're from a small town and you go back, and it still feels like home in a strange way, but it also feels like you're on another planet, and you immediately go back to being a kid. And anyway, just been thinking about that a bit, and thinking about my dad, who worked at a cable manufacturing company when I was growing up my whole life. He just worked night shift, 12 hours straight, making fiber optic cable for us to have the internet. And he retired this year, and he's a really nice guy, it turns out, because he's happy now. So I'm really glad that he gets to enjoy life now. And this is just kind of a little reflection on that stuff. It's called Can't Get It Back. And we just wrote this one pretty recently. Sun burning down like a lonely cigarette. Drive through the old hometown, see what's left. Ain't it like the heart to love and forget? Slept all day, eat a bite of supper, be on the way. All them years came and gone. Put a paper in a frame and they sent me home.
Well, as long as we're talking about places we grew up, I grew up in a place in Southwest Florida.
Anybody been there? From there?
Yeah. Naples. Hey, did someone say Naples at the same time I did? Mm-hmm. You grew up there?
No, I'm at 863 a little north.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I grew up there, and I'll say if people have the option, maybe choose somewhere else. I mean, there are so many.
You shaking your head. Maybe you know what he's.
Yeah, there are so many. The biodiversity down there, amazing. It's It might be dropping, as we speak.
Well, it's hard to say because there are all these new species getting introduced that are really thriving. So
That's true. We've
Could-
got some
could
new
be
ones.
on the
We've got some
rise.
new ones coming in. The politics have been kind of weird the past quite a while, and I think it's gotten a little bit weirder. Yeah, that's just everywhere. That's just it's a microcosm, like a lot of things. The steady march of development and all those things, all the progress. So this next song is loosely inspired by my time growing up down there. At a certain point, I realized I needed to move away after a number of experiences, one of which in particular, I was down in the Everglades in the middle of the night with an acid dealer named Jesus. And I had heard Wish You Were Here for the 20th time in a row that night because it was the only CD in the boombox. It was stuck in there. And these things happen in the place where you grow up, where you have that moment where you're like, all right, this is it. I either get out of here soon or this is it. So yeah, this next song is loosely inspired by a lot of messy times down there. Broken the right bones, I cut all the right lines. I ain't fooling anyone, and I can try just to get me in a rental. But how did I get by and not be in your home? I was a rebel then, now I just get along. I was a rebel then, now I just get along. Too many things going out the way I'm going. I was a rebel then, now I just get along. I walk in the right shoes. I ain't losing anymore, and I can't fly, but you get me sentimental. Now that I can't die without your love on the run. I was a rebel then, now I just get along. I was a rebel then, now I just get along. Too many things going out the way I'm going. I was a rebel then, now I just get along. was a rebel then, now I just get along. Too many things going out the way I'm going. I was a rebel then, now I just get along. Thanks, y'all. We do have a drummer and a bass player sometimes that we bring with, but you know, we couldn't fit them in here.
Well, I mean, the truth is, we really can't fit him and everything else in the minivan, which is our current tour vehicle. We can get them in there for a couple of days, and then it's not really possible. We did come down here to Austin, Texas, for Austin South by Southwest this past year, and we had 5 people in that minivan, folks, and a drum set. Right? Didn't we have the drum set in there? Maybe that got backlined.
Some things were backlined.
Yeah, I mean, we had 5 grown people. I mean, I'm kind of little, but the rest of them are about 6 foot tall guys. So you'd be surprised what you can do in a Dodge Grand Caravan.
There's a will, there's a way.
Yep.
You're a fine polished silver. You're aged ruby white. I learned of the good life. I can touch you.
I just celebrated my 3rd year anniversary of being sober from alcohol. Thank you, thank you. I think it's a lot easier these days because they got all kinds of fun alternatives, you know. But I don't know if any of y'all can relate to giving up something that you really enjoyed. If you can, I'm going to send this next one out to y'all. The name of this one goes something like this. I'm quitting again. Nothing can stop me now. I'm beginning the end. The old times are new again. Been low and high, don't know that I can tell the two apart. But it seems to me like it's time to start. Folks. You know, it's a funny thing about people that, you know, maybe your family, I should say, there's usually somebody in the family who's a worrier, and their job is to worry about everything for everybody else. I don't know if you've been fortunate enough to have that person in your family, but for my family, it was my granddad, and he was really good at that job, and it drove us all crazy until he passed away, and then we really missed it, you know? I think that's kind of how it goes, you know, the thing that you really get annoyed with about people, you miss the most when they're gone a lot of the time. So anyhow, this next one's inspired by him. He was a little bit of a control freak. I think most people today would say he might have benefited from a little bit of anxiety medication, but it wasn't really a thing back then. So anyway, he wanted me to be the best driver. He worried about me having a wreck as soon as I was born, and once I got to be about 3 years old, he said, "It's time to start driving lessons, Steffi." So he took me out in his '89 Caprice Classic, sitting on his lap, and I'd steer that thing around the cemetery of near his house. And yes, he said, well, he said, this is a great place for you to learn to drive because there's not a lot of traffic. And, well, if we do have a wreck and die out here, we'll just get buried on the spot. And I just scared the shit out of me. I just, so I just was very, very cautious driving from a very young age. And anyway.
It shows that she learned how to drive in the cemetery, I can tell you that.
Well, one of us gets speeding tickets and one of us doesn't, and y'all can see if you can figure that out.
One of us gets us places pretty efficiently, I think.
Anyhow, this one's called Worried Man. Ain't a song left to sing on a day cold and gray. Dark clouds gathered round, took my sunshine away. Got a hole in my heart and the sole of my shoes. Been going down the road too low to sing the blues. Where's the worried man to sing my song? A troubled mind to hold my head. Ease the pain upon my brow, 'cause nothing in this whole world can save the worried man. Too poor to leave, too poor to try. Poor boy, when you gonna learn to say goodbye? Where's the worried man to sing my song? A troubled mind to hold my head. Ease the pain upon my brow, 'cause nothing in this whole world can save the worried man. It's a penny for a wish and $1 per the acre. Dig yourself a hole, but pay the undertaker. Too poor to live, too poor to die. Poor boy, hang his poor head and cry. Where's the worried man to sing my song? Troubled mind to hold my head. Ease the pain upon my brow, 'cause nothing in this whole world can. Oh, nothing in this whole world can.
Thanks, y'all.
How y'all doing this evening? Good. We're very glad you're here with us, and I hope you didn't get too soaking wet on the way over here. I heard it was raining out there, and just really appreciate you braving the storm and spending your Friday night with us out here at this wonderful, wonderful venue, the legendary Old Quarter here. So yeah, thank you for coming out. I think all of us have one thing in common, and we're all just and probably more, but the one thing that I believe we all definitely have in common is just that we're all trying to be our true selves. And it's not always easy for folks, you know, especially when the people who raise you or that are closest to you don't approve of who your true self is. So I just hope that we all get that that peace in our lives to be honest with ourselves and with the people around us. This one's called Come Clean, and it's kind of about that. Think it's about time I come clean. Hardest part is settling. Think it's about time I got right with me. 'Cause I've been becoming everybody never wanted to be. I didn't want to be you like you, but he made a good one out of me. I didn't want to be you, fighter, till you put me in the ring. Now I just wanna come clean. Every man's heart is made for breaking. Now I done the damage too. Heavy words keep dragging me, carrying all the weight of your gravity. I didn't want to be you like you, but you made a good one out of me. I didn't want to be you, fighter, till you put me in the ring. Now I just wanna come clean.
Thanks, y'all. This next song we're going to do, we had the extreme pleasure of going to Nashville to record. We met up with a friend of ours, Whit Wright, amazing pedal steel player and producer. who's been in Nashville for, I don't know, 15 years or so. And he's just been a friend of a friend for a while. He ended up playing on our record. We just became buds, and we stayed in touch. And he built a studio in his backyard and was like, hey, if you guys want to do something, let's do something. So we took him up on it, came over for a couple days. He really brought in some people I can't believe, jumped in on the session to play. So we're really excited for our new record that is just kind of sitting under wraps right now that we can't do anything with at the moment.
Except play the songs for you, which is really nice. They feel real when we get to share them with people.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So this next one.
Yeah, we didn't even know we were making an album. I think that's why it was so good, too, because we're having fun, making music, trying out his new studio, and then, lo and behold, it just was so good. We said we have to make this into a record. So that's what we did, and this one's called Bite My Tongue. I thought it was a throwaway song until we recorded it with these guys, and it really came together. Been biting my tongue so long, it's a wonder the thing ain't gone, but I'm still right here, trying to tell you that all the things that you said were wrong, all the ways that I don't belong, you were wrong about it. I'm just wondering, when you gonna hear me, when you really gonna hear me, saying the same thing to you for so long. Always got something to prove, always needing something new. Too many words and I can't cut through, made me tired to be with you. Always thinking that you know best, that ain't what I've witnessed. Tell me who you're trying to impress, you ought to just talk less. When you gonna hear me, when you really gonna hear me, saying the same thing to you for so long. When you gonna hear me, when you really gonna hear me, saying the same thing to you y'all. I'm a pretty superstitious person, so every New Year's Eve I get to my notebook out and I write a big long list of all the ways I'm going to be a totally different, better person the next day. And of course it never happens, because that's just kind of crazy. But anyway, I still do it. And I guess last year I was about to sit down and do that after I'd had my breakfast, and I swear something else just kind of came to me and said, you just really need to work on being a better listener. That's the only thing to put on your list forever. So then this song just sort of wrote itself pretty quickly after that realization. And I just want to say how much we appreciate y'all being such great listeners. And it's been our experience throughout this whole tour in Texas that people just really appreciate music here in a different way than anywhere else we've been. And we've been to a lot of places. You know, we'll play bars, we'll play restaurants, and the people in Texas will just actually listen, even though they're out with their friends. You know, most places people just talk to each other and it gets real loud, and that's fine, you know, but it's just been a real special experience to come down here and share our songs and be heard. So thank you for being a good listener tonight. We really appreciate you. This one's called Resolution. If I could tell you one more thing, I'd be softer, wouldn't be so mean, and I'd just listen to what he's saying. When you're looking away, you ain't gotta say anything, anything. I hear you. I could see you come next spring. I'd shower you with love, kisses raining from above, and we go dancing when the music plays. I ain't no Fred Astaire, you don't seem to care anyways, anyways. Oh, I see you. Are we going or are we coming back? Are we going or are we coming back? Are we going or are we coming back? Are we walking or are we running out of time? If I could tell you one more thing, I just listen to what you're saying. I pick, a lot of times I don't even have pants that have pockets, and when I do, they swallow up my pick and I can't find it. Sometimes I stick it down there.
Some problems only you can solve yourself, Steph.
No.
Boy, let me tell you,
Maybe I put it in my back pocket.
that's a good thought.
I didn't.
Wow. Let me tell you, I'm getting flashbacks to when we were supposed to leave the place we stayed in Alpine, when Steph's phone mysteriously vanished at the last
It does
second.
that a lot, I tell you. It's
It
haunted.
is unbelievable how many times Steph's phone will mysteriously disappear,
Yeah.
because she's very She's
I do
very
a lot
creative
of things
with
at
her.
one time.
Yep, she's working hard. She's
Yep.
working hard out here. And that phone will just, sometimes you just put things down somewhere without even thinking about it. And it's just your phone, really. I mean, well, your keys, too.
They're pretty
Yeah.
haunted as well, I think.
Yeah, you got a lot of spirits around you.
Well, he always knows how to find things. Do you know where I put my pick?
Maybe it's in here.
Let's see.
This is a magic trick we do.
I sure hope it is. It's not in any of my pockets.
Let's see.
That is the funniest thing. Anyway, the phone was on top of the van, and I don't know how it got up there.
No
And he
telling.
found it, of course.
No telling how it got there.
I hear something that
How do
sounds like
you-
a pick.
How do you feel about a triangle?
Ah, let's try it. Better than nothing at all, say.
Yeah, this is a good.
All right. It's changed colors. Wow, you even changed colors this time. That was a cool trick.
David Copperfield can't do that, can he? Does he still do anything, David Copperfield?
I think he's dead.
All right.
He disappeared forever.
All right, this one goes out to David Copperfield. Yeah, this one goes out to David Copperfield. This one is called I Never, R.I.P. I Never Knew Heartache, and Then I Knew You. David Copperfield.
She's dancing to our song, swaying mighty close. Her fingers in your hair, the neon softly glows. The kiss so tender, how can it be true? I never knew heartache
Chris Angel, is he still around? Mind Freak? Yeah, I mean, I
We
guess
don't have cable. We just don't know what's current anymore, I guess.
yeah, that's about when we drop off.
Yep. Well, I have a little brother who's kind of my little big brother now because he's a foot taller than I am and kind of more grown up in a lot of ways. But when we were kids, we loved to play out in the woods, and we were free range kids. You know, we just got to go out and play, and then we just wait for my mom to tell us it was time to eat supper, and then we'd come home. So that's how we grew up, and we just play in the woods behind our house, making all kinds of cool clubs and things like that out of, really, I mean, I lived out in the country, and people just kind of threw their leftover appliances in the woods back there, too, most of the time. So we'd make all kinds of things out of their trash, and just had a blast. And as we got older, you know, that wasn't the way we could have fun anymore, and it was kind of like you either get involved with your church group or you get involved with drugs. So my brother kind of went down that second path pretty good, and he was having a rough go of it, but ended up deciding he was going to join the Air Force, and that changed him a lot. And he's currently on a deployment, and I think about him every day, and I'm just going to play this song for him right now. Yeah, thank you. One of his last deployments, he came home and was talking to me about it, and he said that he thought he was going to die, which, you know, of course, like, that's a real possibility, but I don't really think about it, because if I did, I wouldn't be able to get out of bed in the morning. So anyway, I thought about that a while, and just this song really just wrote itself, and I'm going to send it out to him tonight. This one's called Kings. Do you remember feeling small? Oh, do that again. Do you remember feeling small and lost in all the trees high above our heads? Rusted box springs and all the broken things in our junkyard kingdom. We used to be kings. You remember feeling low, getting high with the boys in the black light glow, flying down country roads, always late to supper, but you need another upper to go. I let you far enough away where everyone could say how proud you had made him, and you turned out right, staring down the scope, your finger on the trigger, the ringing and the shimmer of the bullets raining nearer. You remember feeling small and lost in all the trees high above our heads, glistening and metal and rusted out barrels, the old broken tire of a junkyard swing. We used to be few more songs for you. And we have a few more shows out in the great state of Texas. So if you know folks out in San Antonio, we're going to be there tomorrow night. And then we're going up to Longview, Houston, and Waco. I think those are the shows we've got left here. We've had a really wonderful time so far. We started our Texas tour leaving Oklahoma City and driving straight down to Terlingua, which I do not recommend. The driving part. The going there, once we got there, was great. What a cool place. I've never been anywhere like that. And then we had a couple of days off to enjoy Big Bend National Park, and what a treasure that is. Went hiking, saw a bear pretty close up. Yeah, saw the stars like I never seen them before. Yeah, and then we've been just bouncing around a few other places, and we're here tonight in Galveston. Really glad to be here. Love this place. Love you guys. Thanks for coming out. We're going to play you a few more songs. I think, particularly being an artist, but I think no matter what you do for your living, it's really easy to have this voice in our heads that keeps telling us we're not good at what we're doing, that we're just not doing it right. We're never going to be as good as this other person, and I just want us all to remember that voice is lying to us, and we need to try to turn it down, you know? So I think this song is a little bit of an attempt to acknowledge that, at least. It's called Enough. You got me spinning round, but you ain't a dancer. You'd never lead to solid ground. And love used to feel like falling, you were holding me down. Got me sinking, but you ain't an anchor. Treading water you thought you could swim. Don't you know there ain't no lifeboat gonna get you out of here? Gonna get you out of here. And I just want to be enough. let's see, in 2019, which it's funny how that's actually sort of a long time ago now. It feels like yesterday in some ways, but that's the year Mario and I quit our real jobs to do Blue Cactus full time. And, well, it was a terrible decision, I have to be honest, because when 2020 came around, there we were with our new full-time Blue Cactus jobs and no work, except for playing on the internet sometimes for tips. But anyway, we're still here, and y'all are still here, and we're really grateful for that. It was tough, though, and I think when I'm feeling like when I'm struggling, I'll listen to music to help me get out of that sometimes. So February of 2021, I listened to Light of a Clear Blue Morning from Dolly Parton about every day. Get me out of bed, get me doing something, get me eventually writing this next song that we're going to play for y'all. That's also going to be on our new record. And I'll tell you a little secret, because we're so excited about it, we just started sharing it with people in our fan club. So if you really can't wait, you can join our little Patreon club, and it doesn't cost too much, and you'll get to hear the new record before it's out. Oh, you know what? I'm turning the wrong string. Good Lord.
Instant gratification is the ultimate. It's the ultimate gratification, isn't it? Why wait?
It's true. We're still making you wait because we're only going to do like one song a month or something.
You still have to.
Anticipation.
You still have to wait for stuff to tune.
That's true.
That's really it.
I just thought I was tuning a different string than I was. I've been playing guitar for so many years, and I can't believe I still have that problem. I don't know. Hand-eye coordination was never the best, I guess. I like this pick. I might hang on to this one.
It's a good one.
Yeah. Everyone says when it rains, it pours. I ain't seen this kind of rain before. Soak me to the bone, nowhere to hang out and dry. And all the ones with all the answers ain't got the time. They're running round in circles on an uphill climb. Sunshine in a memory. Close my eyes. And I don't know if I'm getting better, if I'm getting worse. I'm getting by. Seems the older I get, the faster time flies. Waiting for the good thing just passing me by. Lying to myself when I said it's alright. Oh, and I don't know if I'm getting better, if I'm getting worse. But I'm getting by. Oh, where's that silver lining? How long must I keep on climbing till I can see it shining over me? Oh, where's that silver lining? How long must I keep on climbing? I know I'm gonna see it shining over me. kind of rain before. I'd like to give a big hand to Joel for having this place, and Angela too. Thank you for running sound and making us sound so good tonight. I wish we could fit you in the van with us. We might try to kidnap you after this, and you can just keep doing the sound, because we got a couple of gigs where we have to do our own sound, and let me tell you what, we end up having the audience do the sound, and then you guys have to be our ears. But it's been really nice to just know that we don't even have to worry about it. So thank you. Well, I fell in love with music when I was a little kid, and I just would come home from school, and the first thing I'd do is put my backpack down and turn on the radio. I had a little boom box, and I'd just sit there by the radio waiting for my favorite song to come on, or waiting to discover a new favorite song. And then I'd record it on my blank tape, and I'd hope that the DJ didn't mess up the outro. Sometimes they wanted to talk over it or cut it short. And if I got a good take on my tape, then I would play that over and over again and learn how to sing my favorite songs and just fall in love with music. So anyway, I'm going to send this one out to all of y'all here tonight for listening to us. Thank you so much for spending your evening with us. This one's called Radio Man. Thought I heard you in the static, calling out my name in the waves and wires of the fuzzy astral plane. First I couldn't see you, then I closed my eyes, rolled the dial, turned you up too deep. Radio man, right on time. Radio man, leave the world behind. Searching every station for a single play rotation, calling in the current rising. Way up in the attic, your signal growing strong, glowing by the fireside, familiar old theme songs. Johnny Dollar solved the matter, and Pearl was all aflame. Roll the dial, turned you up too deep. Frequencies cracking, transmitter blows a fuse in the waves and wires. Your word is shining through. Resurrected, PD's breaking chains. New believers with receivers tuned in. Radio man, right on time. Radio man, leave the world behind. Blurring constellation, closer to salvation, calling in your current rising. This is Mario Arnaz, everybody.
This is Steph Stewart.
We are Blue Cactus. We'll be in Texas a bit longer. We love it here. Thank you so much for coming out. Hope to stay in touch. We've got a little email list sign up if you want us to stay in touch that way, and some merchandise that I'll be helping you with if I can. Otherwise, be safe, take care, and we'll look forward to seeing you again next time.